Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. More than 85,000 signatures, one petition, and a controversy that's shaking both the K-pop world and Japan's biggest music stage. Just when aespa was set to celebrate one of the greatest milestones of their career, a historic invitation to NHK-Kohaku an old photo from 2022 suddenly explodes back into the spotlight. But is this really about a decorative lamp, or is something much bigger at play? Tonight, we unravel the political tension, cultural sensitivities, and hidden motives behind one of the most heated debates in Asian entertainment. Welcome to the full story behind the Kohaku controversy that refuses to die. Just when K-pop sensation aespa thought they'd secured one of the biggest milestones in their career, performing at Japan's legendary NHK Kohaku, a storm of controversy erupted that threatens to overshadow their historic achievement. A petition demanding the group's removal from the prestigious New Year's Eve show has gathered over 85,000 signatures, reigniting a debate that goes far beyond a simple social media post. What started as a seemingly innocent photo of a decorative lamp has spiraled into a complex web of historical sensitivities, geopolitical tensions, and cultural misunderstandings. So what's really behind this controversy? Let's dive deep into the story that has K-pop fans, Japanese netizens, and political observers all weighing in. The controversy traces back to May 2022, when aespa's Chinese member Ning shared a photo on the fan messaging app Bubble. The image showed a decorative lamp shaped like a mushroom cloud, accompanied by her enthusiastic caption, "I bought a pretty lamp, what do you think?" To Ning, it was just an aesthetic purchase, a quirky piece of decor for her living space. But to many Japanese netizens, the lamp's resemblance to the atomic bomb mushroom clouds that devastated Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 was impossible to ignore. The post initially caused a stir when it was first uploaded, but eventually faded from public discourse. That is, until November 2025, when aespa was announced as part of the Kohaku lineup, and the old wound was ripped open once again. For those unfamiliar with Japanese entertainment culture, Kohaku isn't just another music show. It's an institution. Broadcast annually on New Year's Eve since 1951, the NHK program is watched by tens of millions of Japanese households and represents the pinnacle of success for artists in Japan. Being invited to perform is considered one of the highest honors in the Japanese music industry. For aespa, this invitation was monumental. They became the first SM entertainment artists to be invited in 14 years, following TVXQ and Girls' Generation's last appearance in 2011. The group has achieved unprecedented success in Japan in 2024, winning the prestigious Best Song Asia award at the MTV Video Music Awards Japan and embarking on a sold-out dome tour. Their scheduled performances at Tokyo Dome and Osaka's Kyocera Dome would make them one of the rare international acts to perform at Tokyo Dome 2 years in a row. This Kohaku appearance was meant to be the crown jewel of their Japanese success story. The online petition, launched on change.org in November 2025, quickly gained momentum. Within weeks, it had amassed over 85,000 signatures from individuals demanding that NHK cancel aespa's appearance. The petition supporters argued that allowing aespa to perform would be disrespectful to the victims of the atomic bombings, especially in a year marking the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. They questioned whether an artist who had posted such imagery, intentionally or not, should be given a platform on Japan's most important cultural stage. But scratch beneath the surface, and the petition reveals something more complex than simple outrage over a social media post. The timing of this controversy cannot be separated from the current state of Japan-China relations, which have grown increasingly tense. Just weeks before the petition gained traction, Japanese Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi made a provocative statement on November 7, declaring that any conflict involving Taiwan could represent an existential crisis for Japan, suggesting that Japan's self-defense forces could be deployed in such a scenario. China's response was swift and fierce, with state media warning of severe consequences. Against this backdrop of diplomatic friction, Ning, a Chinese national, became an easy target for those looking to express their frustration with China through cultural channels. Many observers, particularly Korean netizens and international K-pop fans, have pointed out that the petition appears to be driven more by political motivations than genuine concern about the 2022 post. Some have noted that right-wing groups have been particularly vocal in promoting the petition, using it as a proxy for broader anti-China sentiment. Faced with mounting pressure and a petition with tens of thousands of signatures, NHK had a decision to make. After coordinating with SMEntertainment, aespa's agency, NHK released a statement clarifying that they had confirmed Ningning had no intention of mocking or disrespecting the victims of the atomic bombings. The lamp was simply a decorative item with no symbolic or political meaning attached. NHK President Inaba Nobuo addressed the controversy directly, stating the broadcaster's desire to promote messages of peace while confirming that aespa's performance would proceed as scheduled on December 31, 2025. This decision was significant. NHK essentially stood by the principle that an artist should not be punished for an unintentional cultural misunderstanding, especially one that had been clarified and explained. The controversy has revealed a fascinating split in public opinion, not just between countries but within Japan itself. The critics point to the sensitivity of atomic bomb imagery in Japanese culture, argue that public figures should be more careful about what they share, see the Kōhaku invitation as inappropriate given the controversy, and feel that NHK's decision undermines the significance of historical trauma. On the other hand, supporters emphasize that Ningning had no malicious intent, point out that the lamp was a commercial product not a political statement, argue that the backlash is disproportionate and politically motivated, note that aespa has a large and dedicated Japanese fanbase who want to see them perform, and highlight that the group's success in Japan demonstrates genuine appreciation from Japanese audiences. Korean netizens have been particularly vocal in defending aespa, with many calling the petition an overreaction fueled by political agendas rather than authentic concern. International fans have echoed this sentiment, pointing out that the controversy conveniently resurfaced only after aespa received their Kōhaku invitation. This controversy is a perfect storm that illustrates several important dynamics in contemporary Asian pop culture. The atomic bombings remain an incredibly sensitive topic in Japan, and symbols associated with them carry immense emotional weight. What might seem like an innocent object to someone from another culture can trigger deep historical pain. In the digital age, nothing truly disappears. A post from 2022 can resurface years later and derail carefully laid plans, reminding us that artists, especially those working internationally, live under constant scrutiny. Increasingly, K-pop groups with Chinese members find themselves caught in the middle of Northeast Asian tensions. Their success makes them visible targets for those looking to express political frustrations through cultural boycotts. Online petitions have become a powerful tool for mobilizing public opinion, but they also raise questions about whether numerical signatures should dictate cultural programming decisions. As of now, aespa is scheduled to perform at Kōhaku Yuta-Gassen on December 31, 2025. NHK has made its position clear, and SMEntertainment continues to support its artists. But questions remain. Will the controversy affect aespa's reception when they take the stage? How will this incident impact future opportunities for K-pop groups in Japan? Will other entertainment companies become more cautious about artists with Chinese members performing in Japan? Could this set a precedent for how similar controversies are handled in the future? What appears on the surface to be a simple story about a controversial social media post is actually a complex intersection of historical memory, contemporary geopolitics, cultural sensitivity, and the increasingly globalized nature of Asian pop culture. The 85,000+ signatures on the petition represent more than just individuals upset about a lamp photo. They reflect deeper anxieties about national identity, historical justice, and the way culture becomes a battlefield for political disputes. For aespa, this controversy is an unwelcome distraction from what should be one of the proudest moments of their career. For NHK, it's a test of whether cultural programming should bend to political pressure. And for observers of Asian pop culture, it's a reminder that no performance, no matter how seemingly apolitical, exists in a vacuum. As the clock counts down to December 31st, one thing is certain: aespa's Kohaku performance will be one of the most watched and discussed moments of the show, for better or worse. The question now is whether the focus will be on their music and performance, or on the controversy that refuses to fade away. As the countdown to December 31st approaches, one thing is clear: aespa's Kohaku performance won't just be another stage, it will be a moment loaded with meaning, pressure, and global attention. Behind the 85,000 signatures lies a complicated mix of history, politics, and emotions that go far beyond a simple social media post. Whether this night becomes a triumph or another flashpoint in the controversy, only time will tell. But one thing is certain: this incident has changed the conversation about cultural diplomacy, idol responsibility, and how entertainment is increasingly caught in the crossfire of international tensions. Thank you for watching. If you want more deep dive stories from the world of K-pop and Asian entertainment, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay informed, stay curious, and see you in the next video. Annyeong.